And welcome everyone! I'm the only Russian around and this is the third part of my Pogodi reviews. Today Wolfenhair will ride a bus, choose a watermelon, and experience immersive 3D. And here we go! So Wolf as usual stalking hair, and his magic scope becomes pretty handy. No, of course I'm kidding. There is no such thing as a magic scope. But still, how does he able to see through the outer walls of a building? There is awfully lot patrol cycles in this town. Yes, not cars, cycles. And then he decides to smoke hair out. Literally. Fun fact. Because of Wolf's constant smoking, government tried to ban the series and label with R rating and roll it only in night time. But they returned to their sense and made an exception for Pogodi. And after this, people still surprised that Sims 4 got an R rating in Russia. In some towns, public phones were totally free up to the end of 90s. Used this a lot when I was a kid. Ranking and stuff, checking time and weather, calling friends out, was really convenient. The thing here waving around is a so-called avoska, Russian compact bag, a kind of a small net. Watermelons in Russia is more than just a giant berry, it's a symbol of summer, at least one of the main ones. Cold watermelon is the general cooling thing for Russian people even today, so consuming watermelons in Russia is formidable. In every summer, street merchants are selling them pretty much everywhere. Of course, there are supermarkets and open-air bazaars, but in USSR watermelons were mainly sold on streets. Man, I love watermelons. And again, cartoon utilizes a famous song, "Дорога длинная", in translation, by a long road.
Дорогой длинною, да ночкой лунною, да с песни той, что вдаль летит звеня.
An almost 100 years old Russian song, but English-speaking people know it as Those Were the Days, an English cover from 1968.
Once upon a time there was a tavern where we used to raise a glass or two. Remember how we laughed away the hours. Think of all the great things we would do.
But anyway, I can't explain why is it playing here in this moment. Honestly. And this is a TV shop. There were actually a pretty big choice among the TVs, from tiny monochrome TVs to a gigantic and heavy as hell monstrosities. Of course, there were difficulties in acquiring TVs, but still almost every family had one by mid-70s. Many of that age TVs are still operational, some of them working every day for 50 or so years without any serious issues. Voice actor of Hair and also almost a half of other Soviet animated characters, Klara Rumyanova, sang this song by herself. Which, again, the world famous Sole Mio, here in Russian version. remembered about time when people everywhere started to change their old Soviet TVs with the new LCD ones. Every day me and my friends were playing with drawn-out TVs. We always had a screwdrivers for the case. And man, that was a lot of fun. We collected small details, constructed random stuff from it, and used as a futuristic gadgets and weapons. Our Star Wars games got a pretty convincing props that time. Also would show TVs from a 60 meters bridge. Precious times. And this is a Soviet-era saturator, a vending machine serving carbonated drinks. It mixed carbonated water with syrup in a glass, standard and famous granёный стакан. One of the symbols of USSR and the most common type of domestic vessels. You normally got a glass of water with syrup for 3 kopeyki coin, and a glass of pure water for 1 kopeyka coin. In some organizations or industrial plants it was totally free for employees. Some of them working even now. As for the modern saturators, they are used mostly as attractions for customers in public places. But this is quite a big deal, so I'll try to make a standalone video for Russian and Soviet vending machines. From my experience, these automatic blockers hit really hard. You'll get bruises, and if it hit your main pride, you'll see a supernova explosion. Also, it plays chip-tune version of Oginsky's Polonaise, maybe just to cheer you up afterwards. And this is it for today's video. I tried to make it more informative, so I hope it was interesting enough. See you in the next one.